Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Simplistic Savings, and I am Sophie. On this channel, we talk about everything budget related to my personal budget. And I do want to apologize if you hear any like grunting or snoring noises. It might be my son. I do have him down here in the living room. I'm filming in my living room just because of the fact that my son doesn't have a bassinet in my office, and I want to make sure that I can watch him. My husband has stayed up with him all night. And if you hear like little jingling noises, that might be my dogs. They're also here in the living room because they live here. And they are able to freely roam in the living room whenever they want to like play. Um, and they have each other to play with, so I don't have to entertain them right now. Okay, so this video will be discussing our monthly overview for the month of September. So we'll go ahead and get started with that. So for the month of September, my goals this month is to pay off my Chase credit card, because that's the last one besides my student loan that is just personally my own credits and loans. That went into collections, and then my next goal is to enroll into Fresh Start for my student loans, and then sign up for classes. And since I had just gotten paid my um, paycheck this past, I want to say Wednesday, um, I have actually already paid off my Chase credit card, and we'll go ahead and discuss that when we go see the monthly overview. And then I've already also enrolled into Fresh Start for my student loans. Um, and usually I pay $50 towards it each month, due to me doing the snowball method and it being the biggest uh, student loan, or not student loan or credit that I have at the moment. It wasn't a priority. I know that with my student loan, it's going to take a moment for me to actually pay it off. So it wasn't, that's why it's not a priority. But it being my last credit, I'm going to go ahead and start tackling it, but not so aggressively. I need to essentially take it out of default, and that's what the Fresh Start is meant to do. And because I had already started that application process, um, it's stated on the website that I sign in to make my payments that I don't have to make a payment at the moment, but I'm still going to go ahead and do that. So we're going to go ahead and see that in a moment. But I already did this goal, so I'm happy. And then again, sign up for classes. If you saw I wasn't able to do that for the month of August, I'm going to go ahead and sign up for classes. My classes start in October 7th is when I'm projected to start. And it's an 8-week course, so it's going to go from October till I want to say the beginning of December. So hopefully I can go ahead and get that started. And then my salary came out to, like it was last month, $27.36.53, and rollover was $51.19, and then totaled $27.87.72. Obviously, if you saw my closeout for the month of August, this might change just like it did in August. So this might be increase just because my husband and I essentially transfer amounts in between each other's bank accounts. So we'll go ahead and update that hopefully at the end of the month. And for savings, I'm not going to add any amount just now, and it's usually my son's certificates, so I don't want to add anything just yet. And then this is just what the monthly overview for the month of September is. I did not add the tail end of September just because I know I'm probably gonna get paid, and so I'll add it on to the month of October. So I did add the end of August here just because I got paid on Wednesday. So I said I was going to change the personal to something else, and I put subscriptions instead of just leaving it as personal. But let's go back to home. Renters, again, I'm budgeting $26, pet insurance $98, internet or budgeting at $79. So I actually need to get my dogs groomed. Usually we don't. We usually try to save that because we try to groom them here. We have clippers here, but because of the baby, we haven't been able to like give them a lot of our attention. So we just want to make sure that they're groomed properly because my dog is getting matted, unfortunately, and we want that taken care of. So the groomers that we're looking at is charging $70, and it's a mobile grooming, so we don't have to go and drop them off because my dogs have always been groomed by us, me and my husband. So I'm very, very finicky about giving them to a groomer and them not knowing how to react to a groomer. So with a mobile groomer, at the very least, I'll be here readily available to like calm them down if I need to. Just because one dog, unfortunately, he's a biter, but he's a Shih Tzu, so he's pretty tiny. So obviously, if it's a grown man grooming him, then he can kind of like unlatch his jaw easier than if it was like a German Shepherd, right? So I'll be there if that does happen, and that $200 budget is there for like any mishaps like that, or like their behavior is gonna affect the pay. But we want to have something more permanent so when the boys are groomed nicely and we can keep this relationship moving forward. And in total home is going to come out to 403 is what we're budgeting, but I'm expecting that to be a lot higher. Just in case something does happen, because we also want to tip the groomer. Okay, and then so back to subscriptions. HP Inc. We're expecting $8 for it to come out, and it's already pending. Acorns again $20. Last month it was 13 total, but we never know how much we're going to be spending because the investments they roll over like change for all my purchases, including the $3 monthly subscription charge. IDQ again, this is a credit monitoring subscription, and it's at 27. Canva is going to restart. I'm thinking about um, I'm thinking about like editing some savings challenges on there again, so I'm bringing it back just in case. I might repause it again for the month of like October moving forward. It's just nice to have the pro version. And iCloud coming out at $10 like always. Music, Apple Music is $7, totaling $85 for subscriptions. For food, I'm finally budgeting groceries, but the caveat being I'm going to be using cash. So this is going to be cash stuffed instead. I'm just going to put it in my wallet so I have it readily available in case I want to go shopping for groceries. Back to Chewy. So 170 for Chewy just because that's what we worked with last month. But that budget was mainly for making sure we had a surplus of doggy food because we've been kind of essentially almost running out of food right before our subscription came in. So last month was to make sure we had a bunch of food for them readily available because they have dry food and some canned wet foods. But now we're just trying to see if we can kind of bulk up on their treats. So we're gonna keep it at 170 so we can kind of bulk up some treats for them and keep their regular subscription, not their bulk subscription. I hope that makes sense to everyone. And again, back to groceries, it's going to be 150 because we spent around 140 something at Sam's last time, and that total to $320. Car insurance for transportation is just going to be 122. My husband pays for gas for us, so I don't have to worry about gas. Healthcare. So for my husband's vision insurance, it's $13 for his lab works. It's $40 for his medication. We're gonna go ahead and budget 114 in case they do decide to take it out this month, and that totals $167. For entertainment, I put shopping just because I want to leave this little portion for other blank, and that's gonna be cash stuff too, and it's at $150. And then for credit loans, we're doing Chase at $970.33. That's just how much that is left over from my chase. I think it started with like $3,000 and some change. So that's amazing that it went down that much considering we started paying everything off into 2020 around COVID timeframe. Um, and I was actually able to settle it for $780. It was really weird when I called the guy to get it settled. He had said something about compromising, and I don't know if he meant like it was going to compromise my credit line or like my credit score, or that he meant to compromise with me on like a settlement. But I was like telling him, or he was asking me why I want to pay less than the original amount. And I was like, well, have you seen the economy lately? Like the rate of inflation is crazy. And I didn't want to come off rude, but it was weird to me that someone would ask me why I would want a discount on something that's this expensive. So he was like essentially telling me that um, it's based on what I can pay. And I told him I could pay the entire thing now because I already budgeted for it, but it would be nice to get a discount. And he's like, okay. And so he quoted me 780, and so we settled that. Sorry for the tangent, but I wanted to kind of tell you what had happened because you can settle your your credit loans if they go into collections. You don't have to pay the full amount. So if you can pay less, try to pay less, and that's what I was trying to do. For a student loan, again, I'm budgeting it based on what the budget for last month's um, collections payment was estimated to be. I think we said at 1036, and now it's at 1091. But we'll see how it goes. Just because technically I don't have to pay this month because we're restarting it and pulling it out of default. And they said on the website that it's going to take 30 to 45 days for them to estimate my payment, I want to say, or get back to me. And so we'll see how that goes. I might just do 50 because I am supposed to, at the end of September, I'm supposed to start helping my husband out with our joint stuff because I'm currently an authorized user on his credit card. Um, and then for others, miscellaneous, I know stuff is probably going to get pulled out, but I'm hoping not. But just in case, I have that at 0, and we'll see if anything does get pulled out. For my cash envelope, I'm gonna go ahead and do 215 for this month, and then sinking funds is gonna be at 234, and that's all cash stuffing too, and that is a total of 449. And then everything budgeted is gonna zero my entire income for this month at $2,787. And we'll go ahead and review my cash stuffing for the month so we can get that out of the way. So this is what I'll be cash stuffing for this month. It's gonna be groceries at 150, shopping at 150, grooming is gonna be $200 just because I think it's nicer to give cash instead of just using my card. And then obviously we can dip into the boys' medication expenses or envelope, sorry, not expenses. So we'll have that, and then sinking funds. So it's $234 total. The dogs 167 each month. Prime is at 15 right now. Sam's Club is at 10. I switch, so it's fully funded right now. For I want to say it gets pulled out this month in September, so I'm gonna go ahead and unstuff that. And I realized that it's $48 because it's around $39 and some change. And so that's with tax, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and start stuffing $4 for next year's expenses instead. And Disney Plus is at $35 because it's due in November, and then societal. So it's $36 for the annual fee, and $3 per month is going to go towards it until we hit the month of August again. So high yields is going to be $35. Everything except for my baby certificate is going to get $2 just because we only have 215 to work with, and that came out to $35. My low priority is going to be $12 with $2 each envelope. My wallet is going to get the groceries. I want to do three $50 bills for that one, so that way we can go ahead and essentially put it towards the savings challenges if we have any rollovers. And then personal, so these are my babies, my pets, my husband and myself. Everybody except for the pets is getting $5, and this is for the grooming fee, and it's at $215. Let's go ahead to the wedding envelopes. The binder, I have a binder for it now. It's going to be $15, and it's $1 each envelope. And then savings challenge is getting $64. So the 100 envelope challenge is getting $58. My mini savings challenge is getting $6. I'm just going to do $1 per envelope, just so everything can get $1 each. The month ahead is getting $45, and everything is getting $5 for the month. And then revolving, so these are my envelopes that are always going to have fluctuating amounts. Gifts is getting $1 just so I have something in there. Gaming is getting 25 because that Zelda game is coming out this month and I want to go in and grab it. Date nights is getting $1. Shopping is getting 150, so I have some funds to play around with, and then fun is getting $2. And yeah, that's the monthly overview for the month of September. We'll see how everything progresses. And I hope you stay tuned and see what it looks like at the end of the month. I don't know how filming is going to go just because my volunteering stuff is going to potentially start this month. So hopefully I'll be able to film, get everything edited and released before the weekend because I'm trying to release everything before the weekend. And if you hear a lot of like fussy noises, that's my son. He's waking up. But thank you again for watching till the end of the video. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know how I'm doing. And I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, or night. And I'll see you in another video. Bye.